I'm Susie, the training ambassador with Mayflower. Halloween is amongst us, and I've got a couple of ideas I'd like to share with you. We're going to start off with a air-inflated large Mylar balloon, the kitty cat on top. So how we're going to make this look, the way we're going to make it look, is we're going to start off with a couple of quads. These are 5-inch balloons. The black ones have been blown up with just 5 pumps each, and the orange with 3 pumps each. I've made the quad, and then I'm just going to secure it together with a Q260 piece that I just have lying around. Now that I have the bottom up, I'm just going to weigh it down. With the weight that I have, I'm just going to tie it in quite tightly and snugly so that it's hidden and not revealed from the inside. Now it's always a good idea when you have the feet exposed to the ground to just cover them with a little bit of slippers, as I say. So a piece of tape will do the trick, and this is just going to cover the mechanics so that if any sand particles of any sort should get along the ground, then it will be protected from such things. Okay, now we want to get our big Mylar balloon. And you may have seen me do this before, but I'm just getting a scrap of a 160 or 260, and I'm just going to roll the inflation valve with this 260 inside. And before I get to the very end of it, I'm going to tie this because I don't really want to compromise the integrity of the valve. So this is just going to sit on top, and I'm just going to tie it in. So I see the fun candy and the colors here, so I'm going to try to incorporate that look with some of these, again, 5-inch balloons that I've created, and I've just put a pump into each one of these and tied them. So let me show you how I do that. I'm going to take our handy dandy pump here, and as I put the 5-inch balloon on top, I'm going to pinch this so that my air is going just into the bulbous, or the round part of the balloon, and it doesn't really enter into the neck of the balloon. And I'm going to give it about a pump and a half so that it's nice and round. And then I'm going to do it again. And a pump and a half, maybe even 2 pumps, but something kind of small, because you can see the base here. You don't want it to be kind of ridiculously large on there. So then I'm just going to wrap it twice, tie it once, and I'll create another pair like that. I can do pairs or triplets, it doesn't really matter, but the important part is to make sure these are round. That's our whole goal here. Again, twice. So now that I have the ends of these balloons, I'm just going to use these to tie against each other. And then when I bring these in, I'm just going to let the neck of each of these balloons just tie it into itself. So now I can take these individual units, wrap it around the base, and then just kind of decorate. Around. Bring it through. A couple of others that I've created. So it's just kind of bubblicious there. Okay, now this is cute in and of itself, but what I would suggest you doing is finding a pre-inflate, something that kind of emulates what you have. If you have a black cat, that would be great, but what I found is a pumpkin. So I just took it off of the little cup, and now I'm going to take the little tag, fold it in half, and just put over that PLC PCU number so that it's just completely hidden. Now, I'm going to use some ballooned bond, and these are just sold in strips like this. And I'm going to use a whole strip here. And put it right along the base. And then just take this off. Now I'm going to take the sticky unit. I'm going to put it right underneath here. So something else that we can do here, just to kind of decorate it, is I don't know that if you've done the little bubbles yet, but they're quite easy once you get the hang of it. So I have a 160, and I'm just going to use a little pocket pump here, and I'm going to fill this up till it's just about to the end, and tie a knot. Now the trick with these, I'm just going to create a little bubble and twist. And a little bubble, and I'm twisting the balloon. And the trick is to just hold on to the end, the one that I started with. Twisting the balloon each time, and I'm just going to use hand to create the twist. So these won't come undone as long as I keep a hold of the end balloon. So I'm just going to take this cute little bubble unit and tie it around here. And now that I'm back here, I'm just going to tie this off. And just pop this guy here. And give it a good tie. And then just cut off my mechanics. So that you can see he's got this cute little interesting unit going on. Now, if this is all the time you have for, then I would stop here and say thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope that this helps you decorate your departments with Halloween. Okay, and for part 2 of this, what we're going to do is gather ourselves up some 160s, and we're going to create this fun little unit right here. So what is going to be required are 4 160s and 4 5-inch balloons of various colors. So let me show you how we make this. I've gone ahead of time and pre-inflated these, let the air out so that there's lots of give to it, and I'm just going to make a curly Q. So let's start with that. Let a little bit of air out. So I'm going to just pinch the end so that I have a small little bubble. I'm going to do that again. And then I'm going to create what we call a pinch twist. So I'm just going to twist those two together. I'm going to do that a second time. Pinch twist that together. And what I'm doing here is I'm essentially creating a platform so that I have this little unit at the end of it. So let me show you how we do that again. Starting from the beginning, we are going to wrap the balloon so that there's no divots in between there, the pole and the balloon, and then just slowly let the balloon create its own little way around here. No two will be alike. Now that I'm at the end, I'm just going to take the end, let a little bit air out. So I'm going to take the end, create a little bubble, and do that again, and then just pinch bubble together. And again, pinch that bubble together. So that I have a little unit for my balloon to sit on top of. So it looks like this. So I will show you that again. What I need is my nozzle to come to the middle of the balloon just to create a little bubble. And now I'm just going to tie it so that it's all bubble and no neck. Now this is just going to sit at the base here. And it's just going to have a little end like that on it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my other one that I've created and just tie these two together. And my other two that I've created. And I'm going to take these two little fun things and just curl them around the balloon to create a little bit of interest. So that it looks fun and interesting, and you can see the ends of these balloons. Well, there's no two that are going to be alike, and it is art, so it is going to have its own particular and unique look to it, and you can create this however you see fit. But I would buy that. All right, well that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will catch you next time.